Okay, back to it. Went to the bathroom. Took me too long to come back, but I'm back. All right. Holy shit! I had 4 Hershey bars that I snuck into the theater yesterday. That was too many. Okay. Excuse me. Wait, what? Why is it? Where did we even go, yo? Okay. Okie doke. Oh yeah, let me finish this. So we can have a global variable, i.e., one that is in a namespace, because namespaces are within global scope because they have to be accessible instantly. So in this case, instead of it being a static local variable within a function, so that the function tracks its own state, which is not what we want, because we want to do a function and we want it to behave according to the arguments we've passed it. If it's void, or sorry, if the arguments are void, no arguments, or if it doesn't have any parameters, we want to do the same thing every time. Unless maybe it's like, yeah, same thing every time. Maybe it's display time or print time. Print, and then it gets time from wherever the fuck time is. Boom, 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 boom. Print's time. Oh, now it's 7:01. Now it's 7:02. Now it's 7:03. Now it's 7:04. Cool, good. Okay. Fuck, I meant to upload the previous video. Whatever, I'll do it in a bit. But if it's something that we want to do different things, we need to tell it why we do different things. So in this case, it's a function that is applying damage, but the amount of damage it applies depends on, well, that is a parameter. We have to pass it something so that its parameter gets initialized. Or it can operate on a global variable. So we could say we have apply damage, and then there's a boolean is target, or what we'll say. Actually, yeah, in this case, it wouldn't even need a parameter. Or hold on. So we have this guy, he's value initialized to be 0. And then we're updating him, and then we're passing him. So we're updating him, and then, oh yeah, I guess so. It still does need the parameter, duh. Because we could do void, but then again, if we just had a void function here, and then we had it use this global variable, like sure we could see what it's using to operate, but it would make more sense. I don't know. It would make more sense if we, instead of hard coding it, instead of saying, there we go. Instead of going here and saying, let's say no arguments, and then we'll just say if is enemy, if target attributes is enemy full health, then apply bonus damage, and then else apply regular damage. Instead, we're using this variable. Like if I want to change this variable, if I change this to be named something else, I have to go in here and manually change this. But if instead we say bool is target at full health, then we could just say is target at full health. Boom. And then whenever we call this guy, we just call him, passing him that global variable. That way, we just change what we're passing him. So the function doesn't have to change at all. The only thing that has to change is the call. That's it. So if we change this guy, and now this guy is enemy hurt, which is basically the opposite of is it full health, because if it's true, then it's not at full health, then all we have to do is change the fucking call. Is enemy hurt? Boom, done. Is enemy hurt, etc. Boom. What am I fucking seeing? Okay, gotta go in a second. Not yet though. Alright, so that's the answer. Basically, don't track the status of a don't use a variable inside the function to do its own control flow. And then set the variable depending on, like, it's just weird. Don't use a function, or don't, what's the issue here? The issue is that the function uses a static variable, does something, and then edits the static variable so that when you call it again, it behaves differently. It's not you do it and then something changes in the game state and then it changes in the function call, it passes a different value, which means that the function behaves different. It's just the act of calling the function again changes its value. That's weird. It's not bad for an ID generator, where every time you call it, what it does, the result changes. The problem is what the function is doing changes. Instead of it incrementing, now it's decrementing. So if you use the function, it increments one time, but if you call it again, it decrements, and then you call it again, and then it adds, and then you call it again, and it decrements. There's no way to know what it's going to do unless you know how many times it's been called before, or what the previous value was from the last call. If it incremented last time, oh, it's going to decrement this time. But it would be much better if we just say increment, and then it returns whatever has been incremented. And we set it increments and returns that value, and then we say, okay, has incremented. And then whatever. Oh, alright, well, gotta go.